I'm just trying to build something that can help kids from here find themselves playing football at the highest level.
In the heart of southern Africa, the landlocked nation of Zambia, there's a province of sand. For generations, the people of Western Province have lived with this earth, this white Mungu sand. It is the foundation of their home, a part of their identity. But for a long time, in the Zambian world of football, it has been seen as a disadvantage. The dream, grass, lush, green, expensive pitches that feel a world away, to be seen by the establishment down in Lusaka by any means necessary.
Since I've started coaching here, I've had a lot of complaints from different people, and I've seen some of the problems myself. So some of the complaints I've heard from people is, I've been in Western Province watching Division 1 for 10, 20 years, but I've never seen a player in the national team. I've never seen a player with a losing name or from Western Province do this or do that or do that. So after kind of observing and kind of spending time here, I've noticed some of the reasons why. And one of the biggest reasons that I think is an issue here is knowledge. A lot of people lack knowledge. So because they lack knowledge, they end up doing things in a way that they're not supposed to and thinking that they're producing players or they're doing something that's right. But the same players that they're trying to produce, when they're given opportunities to actually showcase what they can do or what they've been taught, it doesn't tally up to the ones that let's say when they go to Lusaka from here. It doesn't tally up to what people are doing in Lusaka, because in Lusaka, you have a lot of teams that are doing things the right way.
So I'm here in Mungu and it's been quite amazing to see. I really am advocating for beach football. Like being here and actually seeing the sand, like this, it only makes sense to get kids and people more involved in beach football because they can produce a national team from here without even thinking about it. Sometimes we press on trying to do things a certain way. You know, we see grass, we watch the Premier League, and we assume that's the only way football should be played. But if we could highlight some of the things and some of the things we have access to in a country like Zambia, a beautiful country like Zambia, I think, you know, and we used the resources we have and we created, you know, and we adjusted to the games that we actually could play, I think we would be 10, if not 15,000 steps further.
And that desperation to be seen creates a painful paradox, age-fixing scandals, young talents with falsified documents, all for a shot at recognition. It is a system that asks them to lie about who they are, just for a chance to play. But Muleta, as son of the soil, returned home with a new perspective and a passion to build opportunities for the youth. He invited me to Mungu. I looked down at this so-called disadvantage, these endless pitches of sand, and asked a revolutionary question. What if our weakness is actually our secret strength? What if a landlocked nation can have the best beach football team in Africa?
The big thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create I could say something like maybe a big team. I could say like a super team, you could say, where I've been trying to identify people that are trying to get the right thing or trying to teach things the right way, bring them together, see if we can create and collaborate to make something that can help us help our province and our district, our province, just football in general, and eventually obviously help Zambia as a whole.
The question became a revolution. In partnership with clubs and visionaries from abroad, I managed to get some gear, but the real gift wasn't in the cones or the balls. It was the validation of an idea. Suddenly this sand was a training ground. These young players weren't behind anymore. They were now ahead. They are developing skills on a surface the world craves. The Western Warriors are not just a team, they are pioneers, building a new identity, not on imitation, but on innovation born from their own land.
So I want to give a big, massive thank you to Quarry Rovers for the donations that you have provided for us here. We thank you and we appreciate it. It's very much needed and it's very much appreciated. And yeah, we will take some pictures and some videos so that you can see them in action as well, just to, show a bit of appreciation, and I'm sure we hope to continue working with you guys in the future, but we really, really appreciate everything. It really helps. Every little that you do helps. So thank you very much, Corey Rivers.
This is about more than football. It's a blueprint for opportunity security. It shows us that the path to a secure future for our youth doesn't have to be paved with things we can't afford. It can be built on what we already have, if we only have the eyes to see it. Could Zambia be the next Senegal in football? Absolutely. But more importantly, can Western Province show every overlooked community how to turn their landscape into a launchpad?
I didn't see anything. Wait, hold on, VAR. Let's check VAR first. We need to check VAR.
The idea is to attract these young kids instead of wasting their talents just in the community. At least maybe you never know. Maybe someone, his or her life depends on sports. So we try to create another platform for that child to be seen somewhere. So that's how we kept developing. And I'm happy that today we have a lot of teams that has been created from that simple initiative that I started with a few years ago.
For me, I think the start point is to have football clubs that have got the sponsorship, that are able to have the right equipment, that are able to travel, that are able to train the players accordingly. Football in the province is on a growing trajectory. Where we are coming from, where football was mainly played in a very disorganized way, but now we have made football be played in an organized manner across all the 16 districts of the province, which is a good thing. What we are hoping for is for these young boys to be nurtured into professional footballers that can break into the bigger football clubs across the country and indeed across the globe. Apart from that, we would also want to see a lot of our young players breaking into the junior national team and eventually making it into the senior national team of the women and men's football.
What is needed here is just the facilities, sports facilities. The teams here are lacking sponsor, the equipment, even the training facilities. We have only one stadium, the whole district, in fact the whole province, only one district, which was built some years ago. So we are appealing to the relevant authority, the well-wishers who can come on board to help these teams here in Mongo district, in Western Province. They are suffering. They are lacking sponsors. They are very good footballers. Even their coaches are doing all the best they can do to keep these young ones in sports. Even in refereeing, as I'm speaking now, we are lacking equipment to use at the referees. We are recruiting young ones referees because us, like for myself, I'm about to retire. But when I'm going to retire, so I have to leave somebody. So we are appealing to all wishers out there to come and help the refereeing here in Western Province, in Mungu particular, in terms of judges, flagging, whistle, and so forth, which is there to be a referee. Because even now, as I'm speaking, some qualified referees who are officiating this first games league, they don't have judges. They have to ask to their fellows. So I'm still asking all wishers to come and help the sports here in Western Province, in Muleta in particular.
So it's been amazing to connect with Muleta and to come to a place where there's so much potential, and hopefully we get to impact that potential. Some amazing coaches here, just working with very little. And I really would advocate for majority of the teams in places like the UK, in Brazil, in Spain, Portugal, Italy to step up and just reach out to our company, Narrated individuals, and help us support these communities in trying to get them into football. It's a beautiful game, you know. Patrice Evra, I love this game. I can't do it like it, but yeah. We love this game and look forward to, you know, you people reaching out and us making magic happen in this space. Stay blessed and thank you. Bye.
I see myself in these young players. A mixed heritage, a search for a place. We all have our own sand. The parts of ourselves we're told are holding us back. This lesson is for all of us. Don't hide your sand. Train on it, master it, and then watch the world come to play on your terms.